it's still true. Hate it when you're not here, love it when I'm with you. You say you don't trust me, all the shit we've been through. Why you always upset? I don't really get you, I don't really get you. Why should I always gotta be so stressful? Baby, can you tell me why are you so vengeful?
What's going on, guys? Bradley Martyn here, back again every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Again, I told you this channel, subscribe, click it right now, click the button, boom, boom. Subscribe to the channel. I am gonna be giving you guys some advice today on how to prevent injury, or if you have injury, how to deal with it that allows you to like literally actually get better. Now, I'm not a PT, I'm not a physical therapist, I can't diagnose you specifically, but I will tell you this and the things that have helped me over the last few months, shit, the last few years. What I've realized is obviously getting work done, soft tissue work, which is like massages. I'm not talking about rub and tugs, there's no jokes here, okay? I'm talking about soft tissue work that is not so comfortable. Like it's not like a, oh, feel good massage. It's like literally like somewhat kind of, you know, painful. Deep tissue work that is excruciatingly painful, but things like ART, like working through range of motions while like trying to remove scar tissue buildup, trying to get range of motion back. Now, if you guys can't pay for that kind of stuff, because obviously there is a cost there, right? The things you can focus on, like if you can't focus on getting that work done, is when you do train, there's a few things that are really important. Number one, training through proper ranges of motion, okay? So it's easier for you to get like dysfunctional in a movement if you're constantly training in a dysfunctional range of motion, right? Like if you're like partial repping stuff and then one day you're like, oh, I'm gonna go do like a full range of motion, your body's not prepared for it. So number one, training in proper ranges of motion, like full ranges of motion, not like awkward range of motion. Like I'm not talking about benching where you're like throwing your hips up to get the weight. These things are gonna create imbalances that you might not be aware of right away, because like you're just like, I'm just trying to get the weight up or whatever. But over time, the continuous application of like improper ranges of motion is going to create dysfunction for that lift, and potentially like when you get to a point where let's say maybe it's too heavy or you're fatigued and the weight's just like, you do it a little bit wrong, you throw something off, right? I've done this tons of fucking time and I'm telling you, it's not a good situation to be in. So check this out. One of the most important things that I realized over the years, like specifically, and I'm talking about my shoulder injury that happened to me years ago, that I just kind of kept training because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna slow down, I'm not gonna stop because I gotta post on social media, I gotta try and get stronger for the, and all these things that I'm just like trying to do because I felt like, okay, I had to look a certain way on the internet, right? So I just kept going every day, no matter like how dysfunctional I felt, I was just kind of training around it. And I learned a lot of things. The thing that I realized was like when I was feeling my best, I'm gonna talk about my shoulder specifically, was when I properly warmed up the muscle groups surrounding my shoulder joint. So my rotator cuff, like my rear delt area, my lat, I was able to engage those muscles properly before going into like a full shoulder routine. Okay, does that make sense? So some of the stuff that I did today was just like trying to get a feel for being able to hit shoulders again in the range of motions that I want to, right? So the weights are super light. I'm doing like 35, 45 pounds. I'm doing the mobility. I'm like loosening my lat so it allows me proper range of motion in the shoulder. So there's two things here, right? It's getting the work done on the issue. Obviously, like if you have like a serious injury, like a tear, you have to avoid certain things, right? But if it's like a strain, you can work around it and work through it. You essentially have to, where your whole goal is to like create even flow within the muscle again, right? So when you get a strain, it's like, imagine your muscles are here, right? It's for me and my shoulder, my muscles are like this, nice and like flush. And then I get a strain, it's like this, and everything's locked up. So now if everything's locked up, my range of motion starts to get limited. And because my range of motion is limited, it's now gonna pull on some other muscles in my upper back, because it's like, it's not allowing the full movement of the muscle. And then like, if you're not recognizing this and trying to fix this, and you're just kind of working and continue to work through that range of motion, you could end up with a much worse injury or a tear or something like that. So identifying the muscle groups, are identifying the muscles that need to be stretched, that need to be relaxed, that need to be lengthened, that need to be worked through a proper range of motion. So again, for my shoulder, it's like my lat, when my lat is over tight and I can't get a good contraction, or if my front delt in my chest, this connection right here is too tight, I can't get a good contraction in my upper back and my rear delt. So what have I realized? I realized that for every workout, and this could help you guys too, because like I was always feeling like this, like I was feeling crooked. Like this side always felt really sturdy and strong when I'm pressing. This side, I always just felt like I had to like fix it. I'm like throwing my neck to try and get it right. So what I realized was taking the time to warm up really, really properly, like fully warm up. You guys can see I'm using those green bands. I'm warming up my rotator cuffs, all the different angles, all the different like hand motions. So I'm not just here. My hands are facing up. My palms are facing together. My palms are facing down here as well. I'm just doing everything I can to warm up my upper back, because I know that in doing so, getting the blood flow to those muscle groups, that it allows me to move much more efficiently the other muscles that I'm trying to work around, right? So in this case, my shoulder, I've had this injury here, I've had this strain. If this isn't warmed up properly, then anytime I'm here, it's not catching properly. I'm not being able to work through the right range of motion, and it's bothering me. It's creating pain in my upper back. So long story short, guys, there's a few things you gotta focus on. Like I said, I wanna make it real simple. Like opening up the muscle groups where you feel tight. So like, I don't know, for example, in your hips, right? Are you getting pain in your knees? Is it being generated from like your hip? Is it being generated from like your hamstring, your quad? Are you over tight? So you have to start to identify where your pains are, and then identify what's causing them. Because like a lot of times you have pain in your knee, it's not because like something specifically in your knee, unless you like tore your fucking ACL or something like that, is happening. It's because the muscle groups around are over tight or overused or not stable enough. And all these things you just have to start to identify. The biggest thing in bodybuilding and fitness in general, you have to be able to listen to your body and identify where those points are that are like things are kind of shaky or things are kind of breaking. And once you can do that, you can say, okay, I can work on these 2 movements or these 3 exercises or this stretch or this mobility exercise that's gonna allow me to strengthen that so that I don't keep running into the same issue. And then once you strengthen that, or once you fix that, you're able to work through that range of motion more properly. Then you're able to like properly engage the muscle, properly innervate all the muscle fibers so that you can create more balance in your body. So these are things I've been working on, and it's been helping me a ton. It's honestly, for me, it's rotator cuff dominance. If I'm not warmed up properly in my rotator cuff, and whenever I press or whenever I overhead press, I feel wonky. I feel like, again, like one side's like this, or I'm like, my whole body feels like it's shifted. And then when I do warm up properly and I work through those range of motions, I feel fucking incredible. I feel like a superhero. So how do you want to feel? You're in charge of that. Obviously, like you tore your fucking chest, it's a whole different game. I'm not saying you can tear your chest and listen to this advice right here. I'm also not trying to identify exactly what's going on with you, because I don't know. But the goal for you should be to identify the problem, figure out the muscle groups around the problem that you can like strengthen or fix, so that you can keep training without making the problem worse, and maintain as much range of motion within those muscle groups so that you can work more efficiently and continue to get stronger, continue to get better. So I love you guys. Subscribe to the fucking channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah, I'm back. Fitness. This is like legit 10 a.m. no bullshit. The other channel, like I said before, is going to be strictly vlog content. Obviously, Raw Talk is my favorite fucking channel. I'm not even gonna front, just because I love podcasting, I love talking, I love teaching, I love giving, I love trying to share through my own experiences. So I love you guys. I appreciate all the fucking support. It's been literally almost 9 years, I think, on this channel. So thank you guys, and I'm gonna keep it going. By the way, this gym right here, I might have said this in another video, but I'm gonna say it again. In about 5 to 6 months, it's gonna be a trainer-only gym. That means trainers only are gonna be in this gym with their clients. The membership base is gonna be moving to a casino, to a bigger gym, brand new equipment, more everything, better location, tons of fucking parking, and I'm really, really excited for you guys to be a part of it. I can't wait to show you, because I'm gonna show you on this channel and some on the other channel, because it is also a big part of my life. The progress of the building of that gym, the equipment that we're gonna have, everything, like from A to Z, like building like the fucking walls, the paint. We got a new paint job coming. Very excited about that. The internet's gonna love it. We're gonna fucking make some like dope lighting so we can get like a little cool posing area. But yeah, I'm excited. That's it, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, subscribe to this fucking channel.